Living Power with Dan Hurd.
The fourth thing that you can expect, and the fourth thing that's going to happen with opposition, is that you can expect condemnation. Condemnation. Tobiah the Ammonite, verse 3 says, Tobiah the Ammonite, who was at his side, said, what they're building, even if a fox climbed on it, he would break down the wall of stones. What he was doing was he was condemning their work. Opposition will often simply condemn your efforts and call your work worthless. It's not that they have any basis to go on. They just, let's call it worthless. You know, they begin to condemn without any real reason for saying so. They just begin condemning. It wasn't about the wall. It was about what the Jews were doing, and it was about them. So the condemnation was on the Jews. That's what Tobiah was doing. I was amused upon my return from Honduras last week. I got an email from an acquaintance, a radio guy who's also doing voice stuff. And he sends me an email and he says, well, Padre, did you save any souls while you were down there? And I've often wondered why my interest in missions bothers him so much. It's just fascinating to me that he really gets upset about it for some reason or other. A few years ago, we were talking, actually on the phone we were talking, and he said, hey, look, not to burst your bubble, but you know that nothing you do down there is really going to change anything. And I said, it changed me. And that's made a difference in them. You see, somebody who wants to condemn has a reason. We don't always know what their reason is for condemning. But there's this condemnation that in their perception, what you're doing is worthless. And so you can expect people condemning what you do because of their perspective. Something that's bothered them. I have no idea why this guy feels that way about what I do. I mean, you know, other than that element, we seem to get along okay, you know, within the business. I'm not going to party with him, you know. I certainly wouldn't take him out to play golf because I mean, he doesn't even know how to cheat right. So, did I just condemn him? I'm sorry. Was that ridicule? Oh, that was ridicule. See what I mean? See how easy it is for that to happen? Listen, look at what 1 Corinthians 15:58 says. Therefore, my dear brothers, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain. No matter what somebody says, no matter how somebody responds to your walk with the Lord, your desire to be obedient and faithful to God, no matter how people respond to that, your labor, your work in the Lord is not in vain.